and a win would mean so much to you. And explain a little bit on how it is turning the page.
Boom! Welcome back, my friends, to the Fight Show, where today we'll get into Manny, the Senator Pacquiao, and Adrien, the problem Broner. But as you see in the description, there are two letters in each word that I'm going to describe. And we're going to break the fight down. But it won't be about what happens in the ring. This is sort of a twist. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. For those of you who have never watched my channel, shame on you. My name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. Now back to the topic at hand. The topic that we will get into today is IQ versus EQ. And some of you may be baffled and saying, what does that exactly mean? Well, I'm going to break it on down to you. It's important for you to follow me on this because everybody out here watching has not competed in the sport of boxing or any combat sport. One thing that is truly important, no matter what it is you do in your life, there'll be the haves and there'll be the have-nots. Most of the time, those who have a high IQ will have, and those who have a high EQ will not. Now, this is the topic at hand. The difference between an athlete who has a talent usually has a low EQ. Why is that? Because they rely on their talent. And those who have a high IQ, a la Tom Brady, a la Coach Belichick, they usually deal with the process. They follow the process. They remove temptation. They remove impulse out of their first reaction. Regardless, we are all human. But one thing is for sure, we all have an impulse and we will act upon it. Now, take a look at this. Where Adrien Broner, we're gonna go over here to screen number 1, has a moment in the press conference where he shows a little impulsive behavior, emotion, EQ, not standard. Let's check it out.
Turning the page for you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't fuck with you. You be talking too much shit about me.
That's what I'm saying. High IQ. No matter what you do, no matter what sport you're in, no matter what profession you're in, do not just act directly on impulse. Take a second before you press send on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, because you do not get to take that back. That's impulse. That's emotion standing in for the most important tool that you'll have, and that's your common sense. So when you look at how Adrien Broner went at Al Bernstein, someone who's followed the process, someone who's shown an immense cachet for journalism, being a reporter, a commentator, you can never allow yourself to be rattled. He handled himself like a true professional. I'm not saying Adrien Broner is not a professional, but as we get older, we have to remember this. Other people are watching. Yeah, there are times I want to go off and speak my mind, but I cannot follow my impulse. And that's where this fight all positions itself to turn into an amazing night of ebbs and flows. Now you got Manny Pacquiao, Manny the Senator Pacquiao. He's never allowed himself to be rattled. And that's one of the things that guides you to the position that he's gotten. These things are obviously a result of your choice making. Those who have an high IQ, like I said, Drew Brees. You have guys over here who are more impulsive, more rah-rah, Coach Mike Tomlinson. And I'm not bashing these guys. They're just scenarios that you have to find the method of composure and don't just jump the gun. When these boys get into the ring on Saturday night, let me explain something to you. There will be a time where you want to act on impulse, and that is going to impact your decision-making process. And you'll slip and you'll pay, because at that level, that's what happens. So I'm not going to get into who's going to win and who's going to lose, because that's going to be discovered on Saturday night. I'm going to give you the intangibles, which is IQ versus EQ. At that level, you can look at who's won Super Bowls, NBA championships over the past decade. Strategic plotting, and they have you waiting outside trying to get that next iPhone because they follow the process of business. That's kind of what it is. On Saturday night, what you're going to experience is something that has to do with the two-letter words, IQ versus EQ. Now, I'll let you decide who you think will make those right choices. Adrien Broner will have an opportunity on Saturday night to listen to Coach Cunningham, follow the game plan, execute, and follow the process. Manny Pacquiao, is it at that point in time where it's time to hand it over? That's what we're going to find out on Saturday night. Who do you think's going to win? Who has the better IQ? Who will crumble under the pressure of responding and reacting to their EQ that night? Drop it down in the comments below. Let's see what you know, and let's see all the fight aficionados out there in the building. That's all I got for right now. Until next time, Eric A. Bradley here, aka The Real Fight Doctor, signing out. Until next time, be blessed at God's speed. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, follow us on Saturday night while we'll be covering the fights live. Hope to see you in the building. Welcome to the studio. Let's get it popping. Saturday night, it's time to watch some boxing. We'll see you next time when we cover Keith Thurman, Josecito Lopez on the 26th of January.